Hi everybody, this is Lisa from the Marysville Public Library coming to you today on Blue Valley Technologies video that we're doing during our summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. We're in week 4 right now, and the theme that I'm working with this week for kids is about mermaids. This program is made for children who have completed kindergarten through 2nd grade. Of course, like with any of our programs, anyone is always welcome to view them and have fun with them. But the target age with this one is the just finished kindergarten through 2nd grade. With mermaids, we will be doing a couple of crafts and showing what's in the take-home kit for this week. Let me grab one here. On week 4, we have our mermaid kit here. I am making a different take-home bag this summer since we're not able to have in-person time together, doing our virtual story times. Each week I will have a different bag based on the theme that week with a couple of crafts and a couple of activities for kids to do. If you've never picked one up, there are a few of the previous weeks still available. Go ahead and ask for those as well. As long as supplies last, you're welcome to take any of them. We've had fairy tales and we've had gnomes and fairies and trolls. Last week were unicorns, and this week mermaids. Let's take a look at what a couple of the activities in this week's kits are. One of them, there is a paper plate in the kit, and what we have done is glued on a cutout of a little girl or a kid, probably a little girl since we're talking mermaids here, and then put her in the middle of the plate, and then on one side of her have glued the tail. The instructions for this is always included in the newsletter that is also included every week with the bag. Then what I did was I took blue watercolor paint and painted the plate. Okay, it might actually be easier just to go ahead and paint the plate first, let it dry, and then glue that on. I think that's what I did. But anyway, this is what it looks like then. Then I started by cutting out in a circle. You know how where the little ridges are? I kind of cut right inside where the ridges are until I came to about below where her body would be. And then I cut up and around her, okay, and then down, and then I cut all the rest of that and threw it away. That was scraps. So then I put a piece of yarn or string, and look what happens. Look what you can do. It becomes something that you can hang and like a twirly jig. And so then it can just twirl around in the wind, okay? If it had like bells or something, it'd be like a wind chime, but it's a decoration to hang. Now, if you want, so that it doesn't look blah on the back, you can go ahead and paint the back of this blue also. That might be a good idea to look like water that she's swimming in as well. But that's one of the activities to do. And then, you can always decorate it too, however you want to. If you have some stickers or some gems, I didn't include any of that in there, but you can decorate her tail any way you want to. Also this week are the supplies to make mermaid or merman tail magnets. And what you'll get is you'll get one of these clear stones, and you'll get 2 different colors of pattern paper as well as a magnet. And so there are instructions on how you will go through and cut out the tail and a corresponding circle and use some Mod Podge, which I included in a little cup in the packet, to cover this and make it kind of shiny. Do you see how it's kind of shiny? And it makes it a little stiffer. Now, in hindsight, after I've done this and after I made this, it might not hurt if you have like a cereal box or just some kind of food box that you're going to recycle or get rid of. to maybe trace this tail onto that cardboard stuff and glue this on. It would make it just a little bit stiffer. This is fine. This is fine the way it is, but notice it's pretty floppy. And so it would just give it a little bit more oomph. It would be stiff and a little bit less easy to tear that way. So just a suggestion that you might try. And then we have a little magnet on the back so you can like hang it on your refrigerator or some other item that is metal in your house. So there we have made a mermaid tail magnet. Okay, and you can pretty much put it however you want to, I guess. All right, some other things that come in the activity pack this week. This is the mermaid, her body and her tail, and if you want to make a second one, there's another one down at the bottom where you draw her own hair. Then we have a couple of color by word puzzles. We have Ariel from the Little Mermaid, as well as King Triton. Now remember, he's a mermaid, but since he's a man, they call him a merman, or whatever. So there are boy mermaids too, okay? There's a word search in here. And then something I think is tons of fun, and I hope you guys really try this, because when I saw it, I thought, oh, I have to share this with you. It is talking about how to animate things. You know, we see all the fancy animation when we maybe watch an animated movie, but how does that start? How did it get started? It's a very simple concept, actually, and it really is a lot of fun. It takes some time. It's not something that gets done quickly, so you have to have some patience to do it. It talks about what animation is, but then on the second page, there are these pictures of a star, okay? And they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So you would cut those apart, all right? And you would stack them in a stack, okay? In order based on what number, 1 on top and 20 on the bottom. And then you're going to fan it, okay? Like, let's see, I don't think I have any here. Oh, here. Like a pot, like say you have a pile here, you would take it and you would make it kind of go like that. And when you're looking at it, the pictures are moved just a little bit, so it looks like a shooting star. That is the beginning of animation, okay? This is the very beginning, the very simplest forms. Then on the newsletter, I also go on to then challenge you, can you make your own picture, your own animated picture? You can use just regular plain paper cut into pieces that are the same size like what this example is. Or you can ask your parents or your adults if they have a pad of sticky notes at home, Post-it notes. And then on each note, you start out with maybe just a simple figure, maybe a mermaid. And then on the next page, you would draw the mermaid again, but have it move just a little bit, maybe moved over a little bit, or maybe it's going to jump. And then the next page, and you can see where it would take some patience, wouldn't it? It's not something you can do real fast. But then when you're done, you would fan the pages and you could watch your picture go. It's really neat. So I hope somebody tries it and let me know what you think, okay? You know what I think we'll do for the rest of our time here on our little video before I tell you goodbye? Why don't you go and grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. Scratch paper is fine. We're going to do a drawing again this week on our story time at 11 o'clock on Tuesday, when we read some books about it on the Facebook page. But right now we'll give a little preview of one of them that we're going to do. And while you're getting your paper and your pencil real quick, I want to remind everyone that the Marysville Public Library is using an app called Reader Zone. It's provided by the State Library of Kansas to all the libraries across Kansas to track how much we're reading, to give us a tool. You know, usually each summer we use some type of a paper log, maybe with stickers or something. And this summer there's an app called Reader Zone. You can use it on your phone, on a tablet or computer. You register the child. You can use it for the whole family. And then for the kids K through 2, I think I have it set for a goal of 90 minutes a week to read, and it keeps track of that for you. And then as they go through it, they can earn badges, and it tells how much they've read and how far and how many badges they've gotten. So I hope you're enjoying this. If you haven't done it yet, there is a code that you will need to get on there. It's on our website. I had it in a take-home bag a couple weeks ago. And if you need that, go ahead and call the library. If you don't have it, we can sure get that for you. Okay, do you have your papers and your pencil or your pen? All right, we're going to do a little preview of a sea animal. Mermaids are fun to draw, and we could have drawn a mermaid and it wouldn't have been a problem too much, but they're a little bit more difficult. So I thought maybe we'd do something easier. We're going to do a fish, a big fish this week, and we're going to actually start with the letter 2. So go ahead and make, not letter 2, I said letter, sorry, the number 2. Go ahead and make a number 2 on your paper. All right. Then next, that number 2 is going to get some teeth. All right. The teeth are going to come down here on this straight line. Just make some teeth there. And then we need some teeth up here on the upper chompers. All right. Now we're going to make some eyes. Okay, because we're making a fish out of this too. The eye actually is here at the top starting point of an eye, of the 2. So there's one eye and there's 2 eyes. So go ahead and make 2 circles by where we start our number 2. I'm going to put some little dark spots here for the pupils. All right, so we have the eyes and we have their teeth. Okay, now we're going to, where we left off here with this eye, we're going to draw a straight line down and kind of curve around. That's going to be part of the fish body. And then, because this is the mouth where the teeth are, let's kind of make a little smile there. Let's extend it out. Now, this one's going to be a little tougher because you kind of have to estimate where this is going to be. We're going to make a fin right here. So it looks like it's kind of floating right now. That's his little fin. It's kind of between the flat line and where we ended up that line. All right, let's come over here then and see where the eyes are there where we started. We're going to draw a top fin. That one wasn't very good, but it's okay. It'll work. I should have brought that in a little bit, but it's okay. See, even I can't do this perfect. Now we're going to draw the bottom of the fish. We're going to start here on his mouth, or coming about to the middle of that fin. And then we're going to pretend that we're drawing through it and pick back up and come down like that. Can you guess what probably is going to come here? Some fins. So if you said fins, that's right. So we're going to go bloop, bloop. All right. We're pretty much done. We need one more fin. It would be the one on the other side, but it's just going to stick out a little bit. And then we're done. If you want to, you can draw some like blots on him somewhere. But otherwise, there is our fish. And if yours doesn't look like mine, that's okay. Because mine isn't exactly how I wanted to turn out either, but I kind of like him still. We are out of time, but we're going to do more with drawing on Tuesday. and I really hope to see everybody there. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully you'll join me on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock. Bye-bye.